is us that says to expect a surprise of some sort with hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. This is G, the week of June 23rd and the following 7 days. We're going to take a look at Venus. This is the Earth. This is money. This is your money in the bank, your income, your desires, who you love, what you love, food, smell, taste, touch, senses, clothing, fashion. You know, it's Venus. She's really creative. She wants, think of the word beauty. And we're going to come back to Venus because it's Taurus energy with Venus. And, well, we all know that's the money in the bank. So banking. We've got business and corporations, money and business partnerships, and let's make a deal or not, right? So there's a trine. And with the trine energy, it opens up, it creates an ease in communication, air trine, right? So here we have Hermes in partnerships at 3 degrees. So that's a nice trine to Pluto. And then we have Isis who brings something back to life. Isis, 3 degrees, Gemini, trade, communication, writing, contracts. Contracts was Libra energy. Again, sales, let's make a deal. Venus is big for that reason, because it's all about our finances. It's all about money. It's all about you see I have Uranus circled here. And we know that can be shocks and surprises. And yes, Uranus is at the 29 degrees. The moon is a big deal this week. So the family, Cancer energy, the history, the past, emotions, emotional security. This is big. We now have Jupiter in Cancer, right? And it's now at 3 degrees, but it does go to 4 degrees this week. So Jupiter will move to 4. At the beginning of the week, it's at 3. So remember now, with Jupiter in Cancer, it increases all of the Cancer qualities, all the keywords for Cancer: sensitivity, emotions, family, women, nurturing, empathy. Cancer energy is usually extremely sincere energy, meaning it's going to talk and express about things that it is really concerned about, things that it has deep feelings about even. Because Cancer can kind of go to the past. And in the going to the past, it's very tribal. It's kind of nostalgic in a way, right? We think of the mother country and our family ancestry. So people likely talking about relatives who possibly have passed on, right? Or trying to look into their family ancestry. So as the sun moves through the sign of Cancer, it'll get to 9 degrees in 7 days, which means the sun, of course, is conjunct Jupiter. So this kind of takes us to the new moon in Cancer that happens this week on the 25th. It's a new moon, and there is a separate video for it, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But boy, the Cancer keywords are really just everything this week. Cancer energy is ruled by the moon. So when you have the public and the public's emotions and all this focus on Cancer energy, which is really big this week because of the new moon in Cancer. Okay. So it's a new moon in Cancer at 4 degrees. 4 degrees. That's right. The Cancer energy. That 4 degrees is ruled by the moon. So this is very emotional. deep emotions, and the connection to the past. By Thursday, we have Mercury actually entering Leo energy, Thursday, Friday. A public figure, that's usually a prominent figure, that's usually someone that, you've heard of. It's news because it's Mercury and information. Usually wealthy, 29 degrees of Cancer. Very wealthy normally. Could be a tech giant. Could be a tech giant. It could also be an authority figure with the money. Uranus normally says, I'm unconventional. I'm here to disrupt. So we also think of digital, and we think of digital money. So we think of crypto, we think of Bitcoin, and there's just been a lot of money going into the Bitcoin space. So I've talked about that in the past too, and now it's time to talk about Venus. To expect a surprise of some sort with Venus, a surprise of some sort with our values, with our desires, with our money, perhaps farming, perhaps the earth, perhaps banking, perhaps it's digital, perhaps it's the cryptos, right? There's kind of a lot. Values about what? It is values about my body, about the military and money and spending. A lot of institutional new rules and restrictions that are there, and it has to do with your appearance. These are going to both retrograde. Neptune and Saturn are both going to retrograde and reevaluate all the insane shit of the first 6 months of 2025, because there's been a lot of it, but they're both going to retrograde. So we're not done yet. Things still are going through a changing time, a changing process. Aquarius energy is the humanitarian. We have to look out for everybody, but it's also showing us with Pluto retrograding, it digs deep. And as it digs, it's the shit that it digs is comes up to the top, and we see it. Are your eyes open? Are you seeing what Pluto is revealing to you about people in authority? Pluto is power. Pluto gives power to people. And Pluto is showing you, what have you done with the power I've given you? If your eyes are open, you are witnessing, you are seeing the signs. You are seeing what a fascist ruler looks like. You are seeing what authoritarians and oligarchs, like, you're seeing it in real time. The last thing to mention is Jupiter here. It can kind of give us knowings and understandings of the bigger picture. So I'm optimistic people will see what's really happening. By Friday, Jupiter moves to 4 degrees. So in other words, it's as if this whole week is really under the Jupiter and Cancer influence this whole week. Remember, Jupiter can be judges, it can be politicians, it can be an authority figure. An authority figure can be a boss at the job. It's usually masculine energy. So you really just got to figure out where the Cancer energy is in your chart. And then you got to, kind of see if Jupiter is your greater benefic. If you have questions, if you're not sure about those things, I'm here every Saturday night. Well, every Saturday except the last Saturday of every month. All the other Saturdays, I am here. So put a comment in down below, and I'll communicate with you and let you know, and we can figure those things out. We can answer those questions for you every Saturday at 9:30 on the channel. All right? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will pick up next week, the week of June 30th, and the following 7 days, which would be, holy crap, July. Yeah, talking about July energy. And July will be a big month, so we'll talk about it more then. And I will catch you guys there. All right, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.